Hello, frenemies. So here we are. I suppose it would be strange not to talk about it since it's, everyone's reality right now. And even though I don't really feel like talking about it, everything else that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, months, has been dictated and controlled by the current state of global affairs, the pandemic. It's funny because you have this layer of the pandemic, right? And everything that entails. Then it's Ramadan Kareem and Mubarak to all of you. And then you have your work, other work, and trying to think about your life after the pandemic compared to before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and you're trying not to lose your mind in all of that, right? Very difficult to do. So it just is what it is. This is the current state of affairs. And I think like a lot of people who are quite privileged to be living in a place and a time where you have access to the internet and Netflix, I saw the quarantine as a time where I can withdraw from social media and really think about what kind of content creator, whatever you want to call it, writer, blah, 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 person I want to be online. Just because I saw that I was being, inundated with so much online content all of a sudden, more than usual, because everyone is just stuck at home and creating things and posting it online. I also saw it as a time that I could work on lots of personal projects. Like I'd been working on a website forever, but I just never finished it. I wanted to read more. I wanted to work more on my writing projects. I wanted to get fit. I wanted to learn how to cook. And I think like most normal people, I hardly got anything on that list ticked off. I didn't write as much as I hoped I would be writing. Instead, I thought about the things I wanted to write and planned in my head the works of fiction or the essays that I wanted to write. My website planning took longer than I thought it ever would. I read a lot, which is great, but I had a lot of sort of speed bumps on my reading journey throughout quarantine. And I did a lot of stupid stuff. Like I redecorated my room because when you're stuck at home all the time, you sort of start looking at things that you think looked fine before, but they just look weird. Well, I took all my books out of the bookshelves. I moved my bookshelves across the room and then moved my bed on the other side. I rearranged my rug, moved my reading spot on my chair, my other bookshelf, and this big, huge mirror. And it was stupid. It was utterly stupid because I hadn't been to the gym in weeks and I woke up really enthusiastic while fasting, thinking, yeah, I could do this easily. So I spent like 3 hours, moving all the stuff around, being incredibly physical. And I suffered. The next day I woke up and I felt like I was hit by a bus. My muscles were sore, my thighs were sore, my legs, my hair was sore, my eyelashes were sore. But I survived. It's a survival story that I'm here to share with you all. So if I could do it, you could do it. You could also redecorate your home at the risk of being physically unwell for a day. And the result is I have like this much more space in my room. So it's great. Now, the reason why I haven't really been posting on social media or on YouTube, I always end up taking these breaks because I get sick of looking at the screen and just being so focused on the screen because I read online and on books, but I watch things online. I'm Zooming friends now online, doing all my work online and on a screen. And it's just sometimes like it's a little bit too much. And I wanted to take some time out to think about what kind of content I want to produce out into the online world. I think what's really interesting about this pandemic and interesting about fasting as well, and by the way, I'm fasting, no food or drink from dawn till dusk, but I'm also, refraining from gossip, refraining from losing, my temper. Not that I was a big person that lost his temper a lot, but, thinking about how I operate in the world, trying to practice patience, trying to be very mindful of my place in the world and being very thankful for the blessings I have and all of that good stuff that's supposed to come with Ramadan. So as part of that and the pandemic where you're sort of forced to self-reflect, I wanted to think about the content that I was producing and creating out there. I suppose I was wondering whether the stuff I was writing did it even mattered online, like my Instagram post, whether anybody cared, whether it seems kind of silly now given the world we're living in and what's going to happen after this pandemic. And I came to the conclusion somehow that I kind of want to just create content like I have been before, but sort of refine it a little bit more and continue to share anecdotes and stories, whether they are about me or my observations or pop culture or the books that I've been reading. But I wanted to extend that out and have a website. So I've been working on this website for a long time. I'm very happy that it's live. It's just my name, manjalal.com, and I really wanted to give it sort of a newspapery type of feel. So I'm gonna put the link below this video, so check it out, subscribe to my newsletter, and that would be really cool if you guys did that, and let me know what you think. Another reason why I haven't been posting videos is because I literally looked like a beast from a jungle. I was worse than Tom Hanks in Castaway. I just was not fit to be photographed or be on video because obviously we're in quarantine. I couldn't go to my barber where he fixes my beard, and it grew to lengths that I never knew a beard could grow, and I looked like a Sasquatch, a snow beast from Antarctica. It was just not good. So I decided to buy clippers or hair cutters, the electric ones. Aren't they called clippers? What are they called? I don't know. I ordered some from Amazon. They only had like one pair that seemed with good ratings, and it was really expensive. So I ordered that, and then like a week later, I got an email from Amazon that told me that it was out of stock and I had to cancel my order. And I was furious because my beard was like literally this big at that point, and I just couldn't even face myself in the mirror. It's not about I couldn't face myself, I just couldn't see myself because it was just everywhere. So I ended up calling like every pharmacy or every electric store in the vicinity, and I found a pair that was ridiculously expensive from some random brand that I'd never even heard of. So I ordered it, and as luck would have it, Amazon had screwed up their emails or something, and both hair clippers arrived within hours of each other on the same day. So the boy who had no hair clippers now had two, and I used them both. Both equally expensive clippers did equally crap jobs. Or maybe I'm just a crap barber hair clipper. The result is now I have like a very lopsided, very thin beard. You can't really see because I'm very far, but if I came up close, you would see all the like weird zigzaggy lines. So yeah, that's really the worst of my problems right now, which in the grand scheme of things, I should just shut the hell up, really. But you know, it's all positive and about positivity and about sharing memes and sharing positive articles, because I would love to be a source of distraction and entertainment for anyone who is willing to stop as they're scrolling down their phone and just see my face. Maybe it's a very small percentage of people because you're all, you know, I'm sure being very highly entertained by lots of wonderful things that are on Instagram. Accept the live videos. Please, I say this with kindness, but stop with the lives. Celebrities particularly, like we didn't really know much about what you were doing before, some celebrities, but now you're just on every live platform, and I've unfollowed so many because all I see is just live. I can't. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you're all safe, being responsible, whatever that means for you. Toodaloo.